A clear alert canceled, a body found. Law enforcement believe it's most likely the body of 19-year-old Camila Mendoza Olmos. The body has yet to be formally identified. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says search crews found it just 10 minutes into their search Tuesday at the Burn and Bush Landscaping Company, a few hundred yards away from Camila's home. A firearm was found near the body. It was in the area that had already been searched earlier.
At this point, we don't suspect foul play. As you all know, one of the possibilities that we were working under was the fear of self-harm. And at this point, there are some indicators that the body that we found may be as a result of that.
Again, a gun was found near the body, and some of Olmos's relatives are saying a gun is currently missing from the home. The sheriff says they have not yet confirmed if it's the same gun investigators found at the scene. As for how the body could have been overlooked in the first round of searches, it was in an area that had already been searched days before. However, Sheriff Salazar says the area has high grass, and search crews couldn't get into it thoroughly because it was private property. Laura Whitmire of Search and Support also told us the area where the body was found could be accessed without a road, which could explain why ring cameras did not capture any movement.
Of course, nobody wants to believe that this could be the outcome. And she was always such a lovely young lady, always smiling, always bright, always pleasant, that if she had these deep issues, she hit it very well.
Sheriff Salazar says when speaking with her family, they mentioned that Camila was struggling at school and work and having a hard time with a recent breakup with her boyfriend. If you or someone you know is going through a hard time and are having suicidal thoughts, the Suicide and Crisis Hotline is 988. Someone will take the call and refer you to the help that you need. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is still searching for 17-year-old Angelique Johnson. She was last seen off of Exeter Road near Potranco last week. Now, authorities say she has her phone, but there's no word on where she's at. A 14-year-old reported missing Monday night from her home has been found alive and well. Sophia Gabriela Peters Cobos is back home with her family.
Tonight, a chilling discovery in a northwest side field. A body found 6 days after a San Antonio teenager disappeared.
We felt that there would be a benefit to checking the area once again.
A gun found next to the body.
It sounds like it was a young person going through a very tough time in their life.
A community waits as investigators work to confirm whether the body is that of Camila Mendoza Olmos.
It's tough. This is certainly not the outcome we were hoping for.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jonathan Martinez.
I'm Mandy Noel. The disappearance of Camila Mendoza Olmos has made national headlines for nearly a week.
She was last seen Christmas Eve morning on the far northwest side off of Wild Horse Parkway. That's where News 4 San Antonio's Destiny Fuller joins us now, kicking off our team coverage.
There was a lot of emotion out here tonight from family members, search volunteers, even the Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar himself getting choked up. The body found here tonight at the Burn and Bush Landscape Company hasn't been identified yet, but we do know that the search for Camila Olmos has been canceled. A canceled clear alert signaling the end of a 6-day-long search for missing teen Camila Mendoza Olmos.
The update that we have today is that we just recently, about 4:45, found a body in the field nearby here.
Sheriff Salazar saying it's too early to tell if that body is Camila's. Search crews found it just a few hundred yards away from her home in an area that had already been searched.
A joint team comprised of BCSO deputies and FBI agents were conducting an open field search of a field where we had already checked once before, but due to high brush, we made a conscious decision to head back out there and check again.
They also found a gun nearby.
At this point, we don't suspect foul play. As you all know, one of the possibilities that we were working under was the fear of self-harm. And at this point, there are some indicators that the body that we found may be as a result of that.
We've also learned a gun belonging to one of Camila's relatives was missing from the home. The sheriff saying they have not yet confirmed it's the same one investigators found at the scene.
It is just heartbreaking. This is not how we want to end any search. This is not how It's not the outcome we were hoping for.
A heartbreaking and emotional scene as family and loved ones showed up to where the body was found. Sheriff Salazar himself even choking up while giving that update.
From what's being described to us, it sounds like it was a young person going through a very tough time in their life and going through some emotional issues.
She was a beautiful young woman. And actually, after talking to her friends and her family, I feel like I know her, and I feel like this is my loss too.
And Sheriff Salazar says that it will be a couple of days before the medical examiner's office is able to identify that body that they found. At that point, they'll also know a cause of death. From the northwest side of Bexar County, Destiny Fuller, News 4, San Antonio.
The body found today was discovered near Camila's home nearly a week after she was last seen. The sheriff says it was found in an area they'd already searched. News 4 San Antonio's Karina Hollingsworth continues our team coverage tonight. She joins us now with more on where the body was found.
The body was found a few hundred yards away from Camila's home. Sheriff Salazar telling us that it is possible that they missed it during their first search due to high grass. Search crews also had to abide by certain rules. For one, they couldn't go on private property. Laura Whitmire of Search and Rescue also told us that the area where the body was found could be accessed without a road, which would explain why ring cameras didn't capture anything.
She could have just cut back between the houses near her home and walked in the back of this landscaping business.
Whitmire says numerous search groups were out looking for Camila, all of them hoping for the best.
Of course, nobody wants to believe that this could be the outcome. And she was always such a lovely young lady, always smiling, always bright, always pleasant, that if she had these deep issues, she hid it very well.
Sheriff Salazar told us that Camila had been struggling at school and at work and having a hard time with a recent breakup with her boyfriend. Now we're still waiting on medical examiners to identify the body found here tonight and identify the cause of death. Anyone with information on Camila is still urged to contact the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Reporting for News 4 San Antonio, I'm Karina Hollingsworth.
If you're someone you know is going through a hard time and are having suicidal ideations, call the Suicide and Crisis Hotline at number 988. Someone will take your call or refer you to the help that you need.
The sheriff's office is still searching for 17-year-old Angelique Johnson. She was last seen off Exeter Road near Petranco last week. Authorities say she has her phone, but there's no word on where she's at.
Also tonight, a 14-year-old last night has been found alive and well. The Bexar County Sheriff says Sofia Gabriela Peters-Cobos was last seen around 7 o'clock leaving her home near Landon Ridge in Petranco. Tonight, though, the sheriff says she's back with her family.